All right, man, I gotta do it. I gotta buckle up, I gotta take my medicine, I gotta eat my vegetables, I gotta pay the piper. Folks, it's a Final Fantasy set review. Now, there is some negative energy around this set. I'll say there's a negative energy cone around this set, or a dome, brother. There really isn't a mystery with this. It's the damn price, dude. This is like a fun popcorn set, but it's like, you know, you want to pay $700 for a collector booster box? I'm not going to pay $200 for a collector booster box, let me tell you that right now. I cannot possibly justify buying any packs, but that's been my stance for a while, man. It's just not worth it unless you're drafting. I ain't got money for this. Come on, dude, buy singles if you have to, you know. Honestly, I get excited for new sets because I can snipe down some cheap cards, maybe upgrade my commander decks, maybe do a couple builder rounds, and that's what we're doing today. Top 12, or maybe there's 15, I don't know, maybe there's 20, who knows. But these are my top cards because everybody does a top 10. I'm just going to do whatever I want, man. That's what makes me successful. So I just do what I want, brother. That's what the alpha dog does. You know, just kidding, man. I'm not an alpha dog. I'm just a man. A human man. When I look in the mirror, I want to see a silhouette of a man. That's what it is. All right, anyways, this may be controversial, but I think 12 is probably the best number in the world. We have a base 10 system. 10 can only be divided by 5 and 2, but 12 can be divided by 4, by 3, by 2, by 6. What if you have 4 people at a table? What, do you just kill 2 guys? Divide 10 to give 5 to each? No. If you had 12, it'd be much better. That's the law of the beast, brother. And that's Better Commander. So subscribe. Check out my Patreon and Discord. I love you guys. Thanks for all the insane support out there. Best card I've seen so far in this whole set is the Buster Sword. Buster Sword is 3 generic mana artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +3/+2. Whenever an equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Then you may cast a spell from your hand with mana value less than or equal to that damage without paying its mana cost, as equipped for 2. So if you have a big evasive creature, anything in your deck, even a small evasive creature, just run this card. It's free spells. That's it, man. It's sort of X and Y levels of broken. Any deck that wants to deal combat damage wants this. Is it interesting? No. Is it busted? Yes, it is busted. Although I gotta say, I do kind of like the equipment theme in this set, because that's what you do in Final Fantasy. You equip your guys with different weapons and stuff like that, right? The holder of the Buster Sword is this guy, Cloud the Midgar Mercenary. White, legendary creature, human soldier mercenary. It's a 2/1. When it enters, search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. As long as Cloud is equipped, if an ability of Cloud or an equipment attached to it triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. So it's equipment Panharmonicon, you know. Every white equipment deck, throw this in there. I'm not sure if there's a downside here. It's also a pretty nutso card. All right, take a look at this guy, the Unsundered. He's Emmett Selch. This guy's 1 blue and a black for a legendary creature, Elder Wizard. It's a 2/4 with Vigilance. This guy looks like he's 14 years old. He's an Elder Wizard. Whenever this guy enters or attacks, draw a card, discard a card. Pretty neat. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 14 or more cards in your graveyard, you transform them. So he's a little looter that you transform. These transform mechanics in this set are pretty fun. Honestly, I think they look pretty neat. But he transforms into this guy, Hades the Sorcerer of Eld. So this guy's a legendary creature. It's a 6/6 with Vigilance. Echo of the Lost. During your turn, you may play cards from your graveyard. All right, there you go. There's your hand size. Just got increased by 20. If a card or token will be put in your graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead, which is kind of sad, I guess. You know, so easy to traumatize yourself. Then your graveyard is suddenly another hand. There's 50 cards in it. This card's pretty insane. I like it a lot. The art is a little twinkly for me. You know, maybe the art is not something that I would get into. I'm not sure who this guy is. And then we have Nibelheim of Flame. So this is 2 red sorcery. Choose target creature you control. It deals damage equal to its power to each other creature. If the spell was cast from a graveyard, discard your hand, draw 4 cards. Has flashback for 5 red. I love flashbacks. I love these little damage-based board wipes. These are great in so many decks. It's a creature-based board wipe if you've got a big beefy commander, right? Not quite Chandra's Ignition because it doesn't hit opponents, but it is interesting with that flashback. And you got 11 versions of the Traveling Chocobo. This guy's 2 and a green. He's a Traveling Chocobo, yeah. He's a creature, he's a bird, he's a 3/2. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may play lands and cast bird spells from the top of your library. If a land or bird you control entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Oh my god, this design space. We just looked at it right up with Cloud a minute ago. It's so overwrought. This is also busted in a landfall deck that wants a Zusa, cards like that. This card is pretty nuts, man. They call them chocobos because they choke you out, dude. They'll choke a hobo right unconscious, brother. The Genji Glove. Look at this, man. Speaking of choking somebody unconscious. 5 generic mana artifact equipment. Equipped creature has double strike. Whenever equipped creature attacks, if it's the first combat phase of the turn, untap it. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. Has equipped for 3. It's pretty nuts, man. And you know I'm cheating those costs with all this crazy equipment stuff you got going on. Extra combat spells are usually pretty pricey, so this is one to watch. Now look at this guy. I love this beautiful blonde boy, dude. We're going to talk about several beautiful blonde boys in this video. White and blue, legendary creature for Hope Estime. He's a human wizard. He's got lifelink. At the beginning of your end step, each opponent mills X cards, where X is the amount of life you've gained this turn. Very interesting Azorius mill with life gain payoffs. White has quite a few recursion tools to slot into. I like this card, man. I'm interested to see what people do with this without black. It's a neat little mill deck. Did this guy just get a jumbo jet from Qatar? No, dude, it's a jumbo cactuar. So this guy's 5 green for a creature. He's a plant. He's a 1/7, and he's got 10,000 needles. You think he's got 9,999 power when it attacks? That's true. Some cactuars live long and grow huge, just like me, dude. This jumbo quacktuar is one of them. This is dumb. Is this a meme? Is this a damn taco, dude? What the heck, man? Chandra's Ignition this guy, or sacrifice it to greater good, just draw all your cards. There are a million ways to break this thing. It's absolutely... I don't like it. I don't like it, man. But take a look at this guy. It's Matoya, the Archon Elder. 2 and a blue for a legendary creature, human warlock. It's a 1/4. What would you guys do if you found out that the part of my brain that pronounces things is suddenly broken? Because that's what it feels like today. Whenever you scry or surveil, draw a card. Fantastic, dude. So you draw after you scry or surveil, you idiot. I love this, man. It's a damn scry payoff, surveil payoff. Super card. Very niche. Scrying is very easy to do. Surveil, you know, maybe not quite so much. Great in the 99 of those decks. The cards for those types of archetypes are so cheap, man. I like this design space. This should be an interesting build around, or just slot them in your scry decks. Alright, this one's pretty easy. Sarah Farron. Easy enough, dude. 1 green and a white, legendary creature, human citizen. The first legendary creature spell you cast each turn costs 2 less to cast. Oh my god. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control 2 or more other legendary creatures, you may transform Sarah Farron. It's the crystallized Sarah. The first legendary creature spell you cast each turn costs 2 less to cast. Legendary creatures you control get +2/+2. Nice little anthem there. Legends in Selesnya is pretty neat, man. This is a cool little Hatsune Miku looking lady. I have no idea what this is from, dude. I like that little side pony. And then, of course, we have these Saga creatures. This guy is the Titan, man. You're summoning a damn Titan, 3 green, enchantment creature, Saga Giant. It's a 7/7. I thought this was Final Fantasy, not Attack on Titan, dude, with those naked weirdos. Has 1, mill 5 cards. 2, return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Pretty crazy. 3, until end of turn, another target creature you control gains trample and gets +X/+X, where X is the number of lands you control. Has reach and trample. Another sweet landfall card. We're seeing that as a theme in this set. And this is 5 mana. I know you only get 3 turns with it, right? Because it's probably going to die after the end of its saga. But that's more turns than I get with most of my permanents on the battlefield, I'll be honest. This is going to get some work done in those turns, man. And of course, we have another bearded bro here, Tella the Great Sage. This guy's 3 blue and a red. Legendary creature, human wizard. It's a 3/3. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token. If 4 or more mana was spent to cast that spell, you draw 2 cards. I mean, come on, dude. If 8 or more mana was spent to cast that spell, sacrifice this guy. Deals that much damage to each opponent. Love this guy with his cool beard. It's a sweet spell slinger payoff. He's got a little win condition right on him. Nice take on that. Is it spell slinger? Draw 2 cards, bro. I'll walk 1,000 miles if a card says draw 2 cards. I'll make it happen. Then you got Aladdin, but he's a beautiful blonde boy. He's Vaughn, the street thief. 2 and a red, legendary creature, human scout. It's a 2/2. Whenever one or more scouts, pirates, and or rogues you control deal combat damage to a player, exile the top card of that player's library. You may cast it. If you don't, create a treasure token. Whenever you cast a spell you don't own, put a +1/+1 counter on each scout, pirate, and rogue you control. Bro, they had the chance to do outlaws, I guess, but they stuck us with this nonsense. Pretty interesting art, pretty interesting card for a theft deck. I like making the treasure token if you don't cast the thing. Keep in mind, this is per opponent, right? So if you get 12 rogues in there, it doesn't matter. You're only hitting one guy, only making one treasure. That's all right. I like it. Beautiful blonde boy for the win. Then we got another blonde man here, Xenos Galvis. This guy's 3 black. That's 5 mana, legendary creature, human, noble warrior. It's a 4/4. He has my first friend. When this guy enters, choose a creature an opponent controls. That's his friend, dude. Until end of turn, creatures other than Xenos Galvis and the chosen creature get -2/-2. It's a little mini board wipe there. Get rid of some of the tokens. When the chosen creature leaves the battlefield, so when the other guy's creature leaves the battlefield here, you transform him into Shinryu, the transcendent rival. This guy's a big old dragon. It's an 8/8 with flying. As it transforms, choose an opponent, and the opponent has burning chains. When the chosen player loses the game, you win the game. Pretty pitifully easy to transform this guy, and that backside is an alternate win condition. This fella's kind of like Ken from Street Fighter. He's doing a Shinryuken, brother. I'm kind of high on this guy. Seems like a fun little challenge to flip it and then kill somebody and win the game. That beefy 8/8 is ready to slap in, dude. Just pick the person who's like gonna die pretty soon. Alright, next up here we have another black card. It's Zodiark. This guy's the Umbral God, man. It's 5 black mana. So that's black. Legendary creature. It's a god. It's a 5/5. Has indestructible. When this guy enters, each creature sacrifices half the non-god creatures they control of their choice, rounded down. Whenever a player sacrifices another creature, put a +1/+1 counter on the Zodiark. This looks like something out of Yu-Gi-Oh, dude. I love this man. I love his mouth horns, dude. That's called teeth, but they're coming out the side of his cheeks. This guy needs a dentist. Put this guy in your Fleshbag Marauder decks. Watch him grow. This hits you too, so keep that in mind. Gotta mention my boy here, the Black Waltz number 3. This guy's 2 black and a red, legendary creature wizard. It's a 2/2, has flying and death touch. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this guy hits everybody for 2 damage. Each opponent. You fool. Do I look like some lowly black mage soldier? This guy's calling you a fool, brother? You gotta build him. It's an interesting build with damage doubling enchantments, artifacts, instant sorceries, battles. Can do some real damage, man. We all love those 80 spell per turn turns where you Jeska's Will and all that nonsense. This can be pretty powerful. Then you have this card, Overkill. 2 and a black for an instant. Target creature gets -0, -9,999 until end of turn. That's 4 9s, brother. There was a band in the 80s and 90s called Overkill. This card is also Overkill, and also, it's Overkill, dude. Too pricey when Swords to Plow exists, but you know, it's kind of interesting. Alright, I really like this card, the Phantom Train. So this is 3 and a black. It's a vehicle. It's a 4/4. Has trample. Doesn't even have a crew cost, dude. But you can sacrifice another artifact or creature. Put a +1/+1 counter on this vehicle. It becomes a spirit artifact creature in addition to its other types until end of turn. So that's going to be a big old 5/5 with trample, dude. I don't think this is going to set the world on fire. Honestly, it's 4 mana. But it is an instant speed, unlimited sacrifice outlet. It's a ghost train, brother. There's ghosts on this mother fluffin' train. If you're looping a reassembling skeleton or something, this is going to do some work, man. It's a pretty neat little sack outlet, and I live for them. Finally, here we have Ride the Shoe Puff. The heck, man. 1 and a green for an enchantment, has landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. And 5 and a green, this enchantment becomes a 7/7 beast creature in addition to its other types. This is what people used to ask me in college, buddy. Everybody wanted to ride on the old shoe puff. Everybody wants to ride the old puffer. Interesting little landfall payoff here, and kind of neat in +1/+1 counters decks if you want to get something on your commander. So listen, man, I didn't really see anything else that caught my eye for this vaunted and crowded format of Commander. It seems like this set is huge. Lots of legends, man. Seems like a fairly, mid-power set. I'm not seeing anything that's going to set the world on fire except that Buster Sword. Seems like it's got lots of legends. A lot of them are overcosted or not interesting to me. You got a lot of 6 mana legends that do some pretty neat stuff, but it's 6 mana for Christ's sake. Also, we have a lot of these flippers. Now, the flippers I kind of like. I like flipping stuff upside down. You know what I mean? I like flipping pancakes, dude. I like doing all that kind of stuff. But I'm not really feeling the set. Probably just going to skip it. I already gave one of my kidneys for a Lord of the Rings deck, and then I gave the other kidney for a damn Commander Masters pack, so I'm fresh out of organs, man. Probably be dead pretty soon unless I can borrow my buddy's kidney for a little while. It's got lots of legends, it's got lots of flipperoos, which can be fun to build around. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below, alright? Feels a little tired, this set, honestly, man, but maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just tired because right now it's literally 5:09 in the morning. I've been recording for 40 minutes. This is Nikki G, Better Commander, signing off.